by.
A one-pager.
Yep.
Did you shut off the comments?
We're on the big screen.
We are? That's pretty neat.
Oh my
So look at that.
Somebody take a picture.
It's my 15 minutes of fame.
Take a picture of the big screen.
Okay. One, two, no more Hawken left. Should we do Blue Skies?
Sure.
It's nice. And there's Blue Skies.
We got God Bless the American.
I think we do Blue Skies and then we go right to God Bless and then yeah.
Just before you do
Reeds, let's announce it.
Look over there and give him a thumbs up.
Okay.
Because then he'll put the slide up.
Sweet. That sounds great.
Did you slide for it?
Yep, I was a turd. I was like, please let's recognize this child.
Yes, right? They're saying please stay in cars. Okay.
Yep. Super sketch, right? Just like
Just
as long as we're not the hot spot, right? Okay. It was nice that we got the first applause.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Okay. Ready? And 1, 2, 3.
Oh, thank you.
Not like 10 minutes.
Oh, we're doing good. Can we do?
Those are the most important ones, too.
Oh, they can hear our talking perfectly. That's what Janet is. Let's do America the Beautiful.
Need an extra clip, Billy?
I think I just need to clip to the stand. I've been clipping to the white book, but that's not working. Okay, sorry, what was it?
America the Beautiful. If we have even a little bit of time after this, maybe that horn pipe, but I think we'll be close. Is this 5?
It's like 3.
Okay.
This is 3. His piece is 3.
Yeah, 57 we'll do the fanfare. So.
Well, his piece is 3 minutes.
Yeah. And then Pomp and Circumstance add 2. Yeah.
Wow, we could do 56.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
we got
sorry.
time. We'd have time for both of these.
for God Bless too?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, here's America. Oh, sorry, Ellie, you good?
I'm real close to. Just step on this. Okay.
Okay, and Oh, it's a little louder.
Yeah, I can hear it.
That's 6 minutes.
Let's do God Bless. That's got to be, and then we got to be right on that fanfare.
I think God bless is actually longer.
Then 6.
That's 3.5.
Oh, we'll be okay, I think. Right? Yeah, we're good. Okay, and then,
Push it.
yeah. Everybody's got the fanfare kind of ready to go.
Yeah, let's get there.
Yeah, right next to my thing, so I just gotta put
Alright,
the
so-
poster, all the posters up.
I think I'm just gonna have to go one piece at a time.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
I'll try to be ready.
Alright.
Yeah, and we got a little bit of time too anyway. Okay, God bless. A little bit faster tempo. Okay, one, two,
Graduates and families, please make your way to your vehicles. Our next performance by the Rochester Classic Brass will be Pomp and Circumstance. Please make your way to your vehicles at this time.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremonies. As the superintendent of schools, I am honored to present to all of you the Casson-Manorville class of 2020, the Comets. Let's honor these seniors with a significant honk of the horn. And please don't hesitate to hit your horns at any time during my address. You certainly won't offend me. I can't tell you how much we've missed seeing all of you and your families at school. Yet, what a beautiful weekend to be a Comet. We are so excited to give you the best graduation day we could. This is truly a celebration of our best. And a special thanks to all who are involved in making this day a reality. Let's show them our appreciation. And here I stand, speaking to a bunch of cars. I've never had a chance to speak to so many cars in my life, and there are some similarities to a movie many of you know. I kind of feel like Lightning McQueen speaking to all of you today after winning the Piston Cup. And seated behind me are Toe Mater and Sally Carrera. And if you don't know who those people are, ask the graduate in your car, because I'm sure they probably know. As you know, we talk a lot about commitment to excellence around here, even when times are tough, because that's when it matters the most. Well, this group has certainly exemplified that commitment. Who would have ever thought we would be in the circumstances we are in today? Nobody. Yet the perseverance, the grit, and the determination this group exhibited not only in the last couple months, but the last 13 years is to be commended. And a special thanks to all the teachers who are with us today and are seated over here. Certainly the teachers at KM should be acknowledged for their extraordinary efforts during flexible learning. But there's another group of teachers with us today. To all you moms, all you dads, all the older siblings, grandparents, and whoever over the past few months helped our seniors achieve their fourth quarter academic goals while the kids were at home. Job well done. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You know, this group of seniors is pretty special. They have excelled in academics, again making us the premier educational facility in the state of Minnesota. A large number of these graduates flourished in our advanced placement courses, our college and the school courses, and our many new career and tech education classes. And those CTE courses were some of the toughest classes for our kids to take this spring and for our teachers to teach. I can't imagine teaching welding or woodshop online, let alone being a student in that course. But you did it, and you did it well. Congratulations. Many of these outstanding students will bring their skills to 2- and 4-year institutions. Some of our finest will enter the military, and I thank you in advance for your service to our country. While others will go directly into the workforce and be extremely productive. Whatever path you choose, show them how successful a Comet can be. In addition, this group has excelled in the fine arts and have received an unbelievable amount of recognition. And I will add one fun fact. This year, the fall musical was Shrek. Unbelievably, this was the first ever musical at Casson-Manorville that cost over $50,000 to produce. In fact, the exact number was $50,333. Wow. The additional good news is that the admissions received from the show were $50,313. So we provided an unbelievable experience for our kids and for the communities for a $20 bill. That is simply amazing, and it makes me so proud. Thanks again for all of you who participated in this show and many others. They were outstanding. Big round of applause. Equally impressive is the number of scholarships to our fine arts students this year. These students are being recognized by post-secondary institutions across the United States because of their deep passion for the fine arts. Now that's a commitment to excellence. And this group certainly excelled in athletics, with a number of student athletes earning a trip up to the state tournament and bringing home some hardware. I realize that not all of our team goals were met this past year, but the life and the team skills you have gained and the memories you've made for yourselves and for many of us who just love to watch you play will last forever. Also impressive is the sheer number of this year's seniors who participated in clubs and the many co- and extracurricular activities that Casa Manorville has to offer. I assure you, this number is not mimicked in many districts across the United States. This year's class participation rate as seniors, 78%. Thanks to each of you for staying involved, and thanks to many of you who are seated in your cars for supporting these young adults in their numerous activities. Yet, unfortunately, co- and extracurricular seasons were cut short this spring by a virus. And boy, does that hurt. I missed seeing softballs getting rocketed over the outfield fences off the bats of our comic girls as our fans celebrated another big win. I really miss walking by the music rooms during any school day to get a preview of the amazing songs that were being prepared for the spring band and choir concerts. I missed seeing Comets wrapped up in blankets on chilly spring evenings to cheer on their friends running the 4x400 relay at the end of a successful home track meet. I missed hearing the national anthem playing at the baseball stadium while the teams placed their caps over their hearts on the first and third baseline, honoring our country and preparing to knock the opposing pitcher out of the game early. Bottom line, this class and all of us who love to watch them play and watch them perform got shorted this spring, and we will never get those memories back, and that plain stinks. Yet, we persevered. We got here today, and I'm excited about what's in store for this special group of kids. As they leave the halls, or should I say, as we leave the parking lots, from Casa Manorville, I am positive they will represent the Comets well. So what advice do I have for the graduating seniors? Number one, more deeply appreciate the good times and provide those good times for your family in the future. As we have witnessed so painfully recently, some of the most enjoyable activities we participate in can so quickly be taken away. If you choose to have children, be a great mother, be a great father, cherish your spouse, and remember the best way to raise your children is to parent them. Spend quality time with your kids, teach them right from wrong, and work hard to provide them a better life than you have for yourself. Guide them, listen to them, and love them with all your heart. Number two, behind every difficulty we endure, we need to search for the silver lining. We all experience not being able to do many of the things we love to do recently, yet there was a silver lining during this time for me, and I'm sure for many of you. Nearly all of us got to spend more time in our homes with the people we love, our families. Yes, I agree, there might have been a little more bickering, but it was all in fun. Instead of us chasing around the globe for weekend and evening activities, we were now at home spending time with the people we love the most. For me, and for many of you, it was not only a great time to reconnect, but a nice time to reprioritize and reflect on our lives. And lastly, appreciate and yearn for freedom like you have never been before. When most of us were born, or when most of you were born, graduates, your parents and grandparents were dealing with a group of individuals who were attacking our freedoms when the World Trade Center was viciously attacked. And now, with the coronavirus, each of you has a pretty big taste of what it feels like when some of our freedoms are taken away. And I know you didn't like it, and neither did I. As proud citizens of the United States of America, we need to always fight to keep our freedom alive. Remember, we are truly blessed to live in the USA. And why? Because you, as graduates, get to set your own course. You realize you have the greatest impact on your own happiness during your lifetime. And if you don't like where you're at in life, don't complain, because nobody likes a complainer. Go change it, go be happy, and go be an inspiration to those around you. And guess what, seniors? Your future in this world starts right now. You have persevered through some of the most unbelievably tough times. You have shown grit when the going gets tough, and I'm certain you will celebrate the moments when life continues to bless you and bless your family, just like today. So with that, go get them. Cass-Manorville class of 2020, showcase that common excellence in all that you do going forward. Go Comets! And now, it's my sincere pleasure to introduce Mrs. Angie Richards, Cass-Manorville School Board member. Welcome, Angie, to the stage.
Thank you, Mr. Matuska. Class of 2020, on behalf of the Board of Education at Cass-Manorville, congratulations on your graduation. To the parents and families of the class of 2020, congratulations to you as well. You have much to be proud of and to celebrate today. Graduates, you will forever be known as the pandemic class, a class of history makers born during a time of an era of 9/11 and graduating during a global pandemic. It is in this midst of change, it is so important to pause as we acknowledge your resilience, your intellect, and grit, even in the greatest of adversity. You adapt, create, and inspire, and you have continued to hope and dream. It is in these hopes and dreams that I share just one message with you today. Relationships matter. The loneliness felt during our stay-at-home order is proof that there is nothing more powerful than the relationships and impact we have on other people. It is evident in our state today how vital it is to create a circle of influence, surrounding yourself with positive energy and people. Continue to connect and reconnect with friends, family, grandparents, and those other influencers who have provided you positive guidance throughout your life. I challenge you today to think about how you will impact others positively after you leave Cass-Manorville High School. Invest in those relationships. Cass-Manorville class of 2020, you are ready for what the world has to offer to you. You will adapt accordingly. Enjoy these memories made. Remember the lessons learned here at KMHS. And most importantly, continue to invest in positive relationships. On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations to you. And it is now my privilege and honor to turn the microphone over to Cass-Manorville High School Principal, Mr. Langemo.
afternoon. I'm Trent Langemo, and I'm very, very proud to be the high school principal at Casson Manorville. On behalf of the class of 2020, thank you for joining us this afternoon. It is indeed an incredibly great day to be a Comet. It has been a spring that our seniors will never forget. While I know seniors and parents mourn for the experiences lost, it is my sincere hope that you are as happy as I am today to be gathered together for the final time, the class of 2020. As high school principal, I'm grateful, now more than ever, to work not only with our outstanding students, but this year, as showcased in an incredibly important time, a talented and professional team of teachers and staff. I have many people to thank today for making this truly one-of-a-kind day possible. The teachers in your pre-kindergarten through 12th grade year that have invested so mightily in your futures, thank you, teachers. The Casson Manorville Board of Education, Superintendent Matuska, for your role not only in these graduates' educational journey, but for your participation in today's commencement. I will say a side note, this day, this gathering, the screens before you would not be possible without the vision and the commitment of Superintendent Matuska, and as high school principal, I'm very grateful that I got to team up with him to begin the planning of this incredible day. The KM custodial staff, many of them are here today. JJ, John Kredemacher, Gary Steffen, Nate Forsell, and Terry Rath. A lot of extra work and attention to detail went into this setup. The grounds crew, Tanner Pongratz and Christian Unger, this place looks amazing. Mrs. Enders and Mrs. Walsh, your work with the senior class make today possible. Mrs. Beelan and Mrs. Klingfuss and Mrs. Wetstein in the guidance office. Our music department, Mr. Fowler, Mr. Bolt, Mr. Mangan, and Mrs. Vinzant for leading today's music. And how about Mr. Bolt's brass quintet before the program today? Unbelievable. Thank you to Mrs. Enders and KM senior Hannah Brumfield for your endless hours of work with the senior slideshow, the senior profiles slideshow, and all of the other programming that went in today's program. Our front office staff has worked like never before to deliver, not only help facilitate the delivery of education, but materials pickup, materials drop-offs, Comet Academic Excellence Awards drive-up, and most especially this program. Thank you, Nikki Wilkie, Amy Handovit, and Jessica Schoenfelder for all their work behind the scenes to make this parking lot work today. Thank those ladies, please. And finally, the most important thing at a graduation ceremony is that people can see and people can hear, and that became extra intense this year. So thank you, Ryan Hill, Pat Moran, Cody Ursavi, and JJ Ogilvy, and the crew from Insane Impact were on site all night last night, all morning today to make this possible. Thank you, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna share. You just need to bear with me some logistics because we've got a lot to coordinate. So I'm gonna get that all done at the front end of the ceremony here. At the close of the ceremony, we are inviting graduates to recess into the Comet Graduate Driving Parade. Officer Kazel is parked on the north side. We have a little change with where we parked our screen. Row C, that would be the third row from me. You are going to lead out. I see the red car down there. You're going to follow Officer Kazel. Row C goes first, then D, which is the front row here, and then E, which is the diagonal parking. So we go C, D, E, and then back to B, and the A trucks in the back finish it. Officer Kazel asks that you have your flashers on. That helps the traffic control people know who's in the parade and who's not. Follow Officer Kazel, drive safe, and show Comet pride as the community gathers to celebrate you seniors. A few reminders for safety of students and attendees. Today, everyone is required to stay in your vehicles throughout the entire ceremony. Finally, our new school picture vendor, Strawbridge, is here. They will take a photo of every graduate. Grads, that photo has now changed down to the grass. You will see a spray-painted white circle. When you come across and you turn your tassel in front of me, you're going to go down the stairs on my right, all the way down around, and you'll see the spray-painted white circle. Strawbridge will take a professional photo. And senior parents, later this week, just because I knew you needed one more school messenger info email from Mrs. Wilkie, we will send you the link to Strawbridge where they will put all of those photos and you can access them at that time. On to why you're all here, the graduation program. COVID-19 and flex learning required all teachers to be innovative, creative, and the students needed to be patient and flexible. To no one's surprise, our music department endeavored into producing a virtual performance for our graduation program. A KM concert tradition in the spring is the senior slideshows of music students. Please look for those photos that were woven into this performance. Please enjoy Come Thou Font of Every Blessing by our concert choir and concert band under the direction of Mr. Tony Bolt, Mrs. Sarah Van Zant, Mr. Mike Mangan, and Mr. Andrew Fowler.
Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy praise. Streams of mercy, let us ceasing, call the songs of loudest praise. Teach me some hallelujah sonnet, sung by baby tongues above. Praise the mountain fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love.
Here I grace my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come. And I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Oh, to grace, how great a debtor, daily I come straight to be. Let thy goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal
to allow our band and choir students to perform one last time. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, band and choir. At this time, please welcome to the stage, to the steps, Emma Brookman to deliver our first student address. Emma is the daughter of Mike and Lori Brookman. Come on forward, Emma. Just talk normal. It really picks up sound well. So have fun. That's great.
Good afternoon, Cass and Mandeville staff, graduating students, and family members. I am proud to be standing before you today and am honored by the opportunity to do so. Our class has been through some of the most difficult times a class has seen. From being born during 9/11 to graduating during a pandemic, we've been through it all and have learned to adapt and change along the way. These challenges we faced have only made us grow closer as a class and open our eyes to the little moments that so many take for granted. From the assemblies we groaned about having to sit through, to the times in the classroom that sparked real learning and engagement, every moment was cherished and missed as we lived our last high school days apart from one another. During these past 2 months, there have been actions taken.
You sit closer here, so.
Okay. During these past 2 months, there have been actions taken that caused us to wonder about the chance of experiencing a graduation ceremony like those before us had. The fact that we are here today is a triumph in and of itself. I thank you, KM leadership and staff, for the numerous meetings and countless hours spent developing an alternative graduation plan. Getting us here today, together, truly shows your dedication to your students and to this class, the class of 2020. Though it may look different than what we had expected at the beginning of the year, we are still here. We are experiencing graduation in a way that has never been seen before and will likely never be seen again. It's an astonishing thing to realize that we are graduating. Looking back at the last 13 years, it's crazy to believe that we are. As kindergartners, the seniors seemed like giants. It seemed that they had everything going for them, and they were what all of us strive to be. Now, as seniors, we are the ones that many look up to for guidance and leadership. How we have handled high school sporting careers cut short, having our senior prom canceled, living out the last of our high school experience at home, and distance learning are true testaments to our character as a class. We have rolled with the punches and taken everything in stride. We have made the best out of a bad situation and are all the better from it. I am proud to say, we did it. We made it. For many of us, this is the last time we will see each other before starting the next chapter of our lives. From entering the workforce or starting an apprenticeship, taking a gap year or heading off to college in the fall, or even answering the nation's call to defend and protect, we all have our own path that we are taking. These paths are individualized and unique to each one of us, and they are one of the many steps to becoming the people that we are meant to be. Knowing that we started this journey together and are taking the final step together means everything. As we see one another off into the world, remember back to the little moments, the assemblies and those moments in the classroom, and know that you did it. You finished strong and accomplished something years in the making. Look back at these years and be proud of them. Know that we did it. We made it. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you, Emma. Great job. Our second student address is from Hannah Brumfield, the daughter of Jeff and Kathy Brumfield. Hannah, come on forward.
start. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Dear class of 2020, what a privilege it is to be standing here. I never thought we would be standing here today together. We have been a class that, for better words, has been go-getters and game changers. In our class alone, there have been so many things that have been accomplished. From some of you meeting former President Barack Obama, making amazing robots and competing with them, winning numerous state titles, and having one of the best boys hockey seasons in Wildcat history. And we've also been the first class to perform all 4 years in the Minnesota Wi-Fi Performing Arts Center. And obviously, we also accomplished graduating during a global pandemic. We have lived up to the common excellence by our constant determination and resilience during every setback we've faced. But when we first walked into this school, we walked into a completely new environment. Not only were we small fish in a big pond, but the entire school of fish was in a brand new pond. We were apprehensive and unsure of where we would find our place to belong. We were intimidated by the new surroundings and the size of such things such as the new stage and the commons area. Luckily, it didn't take us long to warm up to the school and find our place. Mine happens to be on the stage surrounded by a loud and fun crew called the Drama Chickens. I owe everything to them, and especially to Mel Ferris. For others of you, you have found your place on the robotics team, in music or in sports. We have had many chances to make many friends and create fond memories within this high school. We have been so lucky to have the High School Musical themed lunchroom, which quickly became our home. We set a new precedence for taking care of our house, taking pride in our school cleaning, the lunch tables, and ensuring our new space remained the envy of all other schools. Although our senior year wasn't what we planned, we have found ways to find the positive. During my time in quarantine, I spent a lot of time watching all sorts of movies. Yes, of course, the film major watching movies. Anyways, one of the particular movies that came on, and something happened while watching it. That movie was Kung Fu Panda. You're probably wondering what an animated movie about a talking panda that does Kung Fu has to do with graduating. Well, there are many lessons that the panda, Po, and other characters learn throughout the movie. First, you are enough. Po believed that he was no dragon warrior. Reading the dragon scroll that was supposed to be filled with the wisdom, he found that it was empty. He believed that it meant that he was not special and could not become the dragon warrior. He learned later on that in life, there is no secret ingredient. To make something special, it's just you. We are, each one of us, gifted with unlimited potential to reach our goals in life. Another lesson learned is the fact that there are things we cannot control, but we can change the narrative of our story. As we spent our last day in school on March 17th, many of us felt defeated. Our senior year was completely stripped away from us. Just like how Po was defeated the first time he went up against Tai Lung. Yet that didn't stop Po. He changed his narrative and continued to fight with what he had. Although we may feel these couple of months have been out of control, we've had the ability to push through and continue on with our lives. One of the most important lessons comes from the emotional climax of the movie, during which Master Oogway, the wise old master of Kung Fu, is giving his last advice to Master Shifu. Although Master Shifu was scared for the fate of China, Master Oogway comforts him with a few simple words. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Although they may be a little cheesy, Master Oogway's words are very true. As we move on from this place, we look to the mystery of tomorrow. Many of us will be heading off to college, some even going all the way to Arizona. Others are mastering their skills in a trade, and some are going straight into the workforce. There are a few individuals that are making the brave decision to serve our country. We thank you for defending our freedoms. 10 years from now, when we describe what 2020 was like, we will talk about the struggles we faced, the grief we felt, but also the special moments that brought us hope and made us believe that we can make a difference. So go forth as Master Oogway taught us. Learn from yesterday. Carry its message with you always. Look to your future, the one that you have worked so hard for. It's coming very soon. With it, you will learn to struggle, love, and most importantly, live. And finally, enjoy today. Enjoy this very moment. We may not know what tomorrow brings, but I know that today is a day of celebration and joy. Thank you, class of 2020. Go and be your own Dragon Warriors.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Emma. Great speeches by our students today. Today, I am pleased to recognize students who are graduating with honors and high honors. As you will note in the program, 60 students are wearing gold cords, symbolizing their graduation with honors, which is achieved by attaining a cumulative grade point average of between 3.0 and 3.66. 47 students are wearing white cords today and a medallion, signifying their achievement of a grade point average between 3.67 and 4.0. I would like to recognize high honor students by name. Graduates, please remain in your vehicle and please hold the honks until all high honor students' names have been read. Carson Abbott, Jacob Anderson, Destiny Anderson, Riley Briggs, Emma Brookman, Hallie Bulow, Morgan Coy, Aaliyah Dirks, Gwendolyn Dole, Maze Fritz, Caden Head, Kayla Head, Brody Heggie, Jacob Hildebrand, Dane Holmes, Annalyn Hughes, Zach Jankowski, Alexander Jennison, Jack Jensen, Ashley Johnson, Easton Knoll, Kennedy Kraus, Nicole Kress, Madeline Larson, Olivia Larson, Trey Lindquist, Grace Marsland, Olivia Mathias, Lydia Minderman, Autumn Morris, Ayla Munthy, Colton Osgard, Tanner Paulson, Gretchen Resch, Andrea Richard, Malia Schubert, Kayla Schubert, Melissa Seljan, Logan Slavin, Annabelle Smith, Reed Spriter, Cade Spriter, Kaylee Swartz, Catherine Trehe, Julia Twaddle, Regina Valenzuela Sarmiento, and Grace Warden. Please recognize our high honor graduates. Today, I would also like to recognize the members of the class of 2020 who are choosing service to our country, to the United States military. Today, they are wearing red, white, and blue cords. Thank you in advance for your service to our country. Please hold the honks until I read all 12 members' names. Maya Agee, Army. Hayden Barnes, Navy. Destiny Farmer, Marines. Cam Folkert, Marines. Dylan Frierksen, Marines. Zach Jankowski, Marines. Joe Longendike, Army. Logan Murphy, Army National Guard. Tanner Porish, Tony Porish, Army. Peyton Wilkie, Marines. Cade Spriter, appointment to the United States Naval Academy. Thank you, graduates serving in the military. That's a record from the KM class since I've been here, I know. I'd like to draw your attention to the insert in your program and to recognize senior class members who have received scholarship. A virtual scholarship awards program was held on May 26th. Community members, civic organizations, and private businesses, along with higher ed institutions, and the KM Scholarship Program joined school personnel to award many members of the class of 2020 with generous scholarships towards their post-secondary futures. I would like to thank those who have financially supported our KM seniors with scholarships and congratulate the seniors who have received them. Congratulations. We have reached the most important part of today's program, the awarding of diplomas. Reminder to families that only graduates in groups of 10 are able to leave their vehicles. Seniors, remember to walk quickly in your groups to the north stairs when your group is called. Mr. Trinan and Mrs. Walsh will quickly get you into your walking order. We worked hard to be able to get graduates out of their vehicles, and we believed we could do that. But in order to maximize safety precautions, we're being very intentional about limiting to only students. While this part of the ceremony may take a little longer than usual, it was our vision from the very beginning to allow these graduates the experience of walking across the patio to receive their diploma. Thank you for your patience. Please remember not to honk during the reading of names. I would hate for a family member to not hear their student's name because of honking. I'd like to thank board members Angie Richards, Zach Peterson, and Mark Torkelson for presenting diplomas today. My favorite words as high school principal. Casson-Manorville Board of Education, Superintendent Matuska, the following students have met the requirements set forth by the Casson-Manorville School District and the state of Minnesota. I am honored to recommend them for graduation. Will the graduates in Group 1 please make your way forward? Graduates, as you're coming forward, it's pretty similar to how we practiced on Thursday. You'll take your diploma off the corner of the table. The camera will follow you. There's a spot where you stop right in front of the podium, pause. You'll be on the big screen with this camera. Turn your tassel from right to left in front of the podium. Then make your way down on my right, on the south side of the stairs, down to your graduate picture, and then follow around there where Mrs. Thornburg and Mrs. Kuyat will finish the exchange of diplomas there. The only guy that doesn't get to follow somebody in front of him. Graduate number 1, Carson Isaiah Abbott. Maya Marie Agee. Gabriela Akrapovic. Congratulations. Go ahead. Kyle Arnold Albrecht. Go ahead, Gabriela. Molly Elizabeth Allen. Destiny Louise Nicole Anderson. Jacob Lee Anderson. Congratulations, buddy. Kaylee Christine Anderson. Norbert Louis Andrade. David Michael Bannon. Hey, David. Just look right into that camera there. Graduates in Group 1, great job starting it off. You may head back to your vehicles. As the graduates in Group 2, please come forward. Should I tell him to pause a little more and look into that camera? One down, 15 to go. Good man. 16. One down. Graduates in Group 2, feel free to pause in front of me and stare right into that camera for a second. When I read the next person's name, then you can go. That's your parents' chance to look right into your eyes there. Hayden Steele Barnes. Brenna Ray Barwald. Jordan Lynn Bauer. Nice job. Hannah Rochelle Bernard. Alex William Black.
Thank you.
Right away. Amara Ari Broughton. Kayla Renee Bretzman. Congratulations. Riley Wayne Briggs. Emma Grace Brookman. Congratulations. Mariah Catherine Brossard. as the graduates in Group 2 return to their cars. For the graduates in Group 3, please make your way forward. Group 3, did you see how Group 2 did a nice job pausing and looking into the camera for their parents? Keep that up. Hannah Rose Brumfield.
Good job, man. The speech was awesome.
Seth James Bexler. Nice job, Seth. Hallie Ann Bulow. Congratulations, Hallie. Liliana Lois Bush. Congratulations. Samantha Jo Boozman. Congratulations. Morgan Michelle Coy. Congratulations. Michael Allen DeFranco. Congratulations, Michael. Mullen Vivian DeLima. Congratulations. Chloe Lee DeSmit. Congratulations, Chloe.
Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates in Group 3. As you return to your vehicles, Group 4, come forward.
You're saving a minute every round. Yeah? Yeah, that's good. Somebody just pulled their tassel off their hat. It's a long way in heels. Up the steps, around the corner. So enjoy your moment.
This year's fashion and footwear is much different than past years, though. The style has changed.
I've seen a few more Kennys.
A lot more sandals this year versus a lot more very high heels past years in the more traditional
Aaliyah Elizabeth Dirks.
Congratulations.
Gwendolyn Renee Dole.
I'm sorry. Congratulations.
Jessica Marie Dumas.
Congratulations.
Mackenzie Cynthia Lynn Edgar.
Congratulations.
John Michael Robert Edson.
Nailed it. Oh boy.
That way, John.
Carter Thomas Ellingheisen.
Congratulations.
Caden George Enright.
Congratulations, kid.
Destiny Renee Farmer.
Congratulations, Destiny.
Reese Michael Flynn.
Congratulations.
Cameron Vincent Folkert.
Congratulations, kid.
Congratulations, graduates of Group 4. Group 5, please come forward.
Strawberries picked it up too.
What reason? Well, stoles.
At least this way you get a break in between.
Get a slurp of water. I have been very cautious all day today. Only half a cup of coffee. This could not have worked out any better. Although here come some people. As soon as I say that, they're coming up with their cameras.
Dylan Tyler Frierksen.
These guys were fourth graders when I started.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fourth.
Mays Richard Fritz.
Congratulations.
Joel James Gangle.
Congratulations.
Daniela Sarahi Garcia Calix.
Daniela. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Jacqueline Garcia Calix.
Jennifer. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Emma Elizabeth Geary.
Congratulations.
Jonathan Michael Goins.
Congratulations. Right there. Look at the camera. Good.
Gisela Erminia Gonzalez.
Congratulations.
Ryan Alexander Hansen.
Congratulations, Brian.
We ordered it all week.
Congratulations, graduates of Group 5. Group 6, please come forward. Group 6.
Switch it up. You did great, Andy. You did great.
Yeah, hopefully not. I sanitized 3 times in 5 groups, so we think that we're going to be okay.
My right arm is not really falling. What do you have after the last group? Thank you, Kevin.
School song, podcast, great production skill. Remember this last week, so Grad.
Graduates were not ordered in cars. It was car height that determined the order, not alphabetical name.
We're going alphabetical with diplomas, but they're all spread out.
Kenan Ellery Haas.
Congratulations, Cannon.
Caden Bradley Head.
Congratulations, Cannon.
Kayla Victoria Head.
Congratulations.
Peyton Andrew Head.
Congratulations.
Brody Jacob Heggie. Rihanna Mary Hebler.
Congratulations.
Jacob Alexander Hildebrand. Ethan Richard Hillsman.
Congratulations.
Preston James Hitterdall. Avery Ann Jordis.
Congratulations, Avery.
Thank you.
Go ahead and congratulate the graduates of Group 6. Group 7, please come forward. Group 7.
It really doesn't matter if they get backed up or not. Probably. Most of the time they get there, next one's coming.
Just let me know if the district was going to offer a gift certificate to each senior so they get a pork truck or something out of the strong.
Oh,
I never said that publicly. We had talked about it. We'll talk tomorrow and
yeah, we should talk.
see what they cost times 107. Every parent would get a gift card code for good for one.
9 by 13 or whatever it is. They're happy to have us. Really. I could give up something else if they're going to give us that we don't really need. Yeah.
Dane William Johnson Holmes.
Hey, Dane.
Congratulations, Dane.
Alexis Marie Horseman.
Congratulations.
Kate Olivia Humoller.
Congratulations.
Annalyn Marie Hughes.
Congratulations.
Zachary Marson Jankowski.
Congratulations, Zach. Thank you.
Alexander Anthony Jennison.
Congratulations.
Jack Garrett Jensen.
Congratulations.
Keegan Lane Jensen.
Congratulations.
Ashley Claire Johnson.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to that group of graduates. Will the comments of Group 8 please make your way forward? Group 8.
Are they providing pictures gratis to the families? They have to purchase them if they'd like them?
We may see what they cost and offer.
We might be donating some.
So really, we have a new contract that
Jace Allen Johnson.
Congratulations.
Lucas Raymond Johnson.
Take turns, folks.
Congratulations.
Jacob Richard Keller.
Looking good, Jake.
Congratulations, Keller.
Micah Joe Kelly.
Congratulations.
Warren Foster Kirkhoff.
All right, Warren.
Congratulations.
Wilson Dwayne Kirkhoff.
Hey, well,
Congratulations.
Jordan J. Kern.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Hannah Lynn Kirsting.
Congratulations.
Trevor Bradley Kitzrow.
Congratulations.
Christopher Joseph Klinkhammer.
Clink. That way.
Feel free to congratulate that group of Comet grads. Group 9, please come forward. Group 9, make your way to the steps.
you're over half. It is exactly 3:19. The superintendent would have spoke so long, we'll get out of here. How long did he go?
Over is 15, I think.
Wow. God. 4 minutes maybe.
Yeah, the condensed that means that.
I'll give it that.
I was out of town. Wasn't really.
No, it's good. Everybody did a great
It was
job.
fine.
And asked you to do a speech then? That was Ken's speech.
No, that was not Ken's speech. I said, so what do you have a speech ready? He said, well, I was kind of going to say something like this. And I was like, okay, I'll just figure it out.
So you really threw your own bus.
Christina has a special place in our heart. She was our high school helper for my kids for years and years and years. So, no, I wouldn't send any child into that situation alone.
Easton Richard Knoll.
Congratulations.
Gretchen Ray Cron.
Congratulations.
Kennedy Joy Kraus.
Congratulations.
There's the drone.
Nicole Megan Kress.
Press.
Hayden Olivia Kundert. Kira Marcella Lagunier. Congratulations. Keanu Ian Lariatagi. You're welcome. Straight down the steps then. Look at the camera. Good job. Madeline Ray Larson.
There's an air horn.
Olivia K. Larson.
Go, Olivia.
Rochelle Idalie Leon Uriarte.
Congrats.
Please congratulate the graduates of Group 9. Group 10. Please come forward, Group 10.
It would have been tough with groups of two.
Groups of two?
At one time, that's where I was at because of how many people were going to be outside. And in reality, we got a lot of people outside.
We do. We got a lot of space outside though too.
Indeed. Look at that balloon taking off over there. Look, the drone was here a little earlier.
Trey William Lindquist.
All right, Trey.
Jacob Reese Logie.
Thank you.
Natalie Allison Loy.
Grad.
Maverick Alden Madiri. Congratulations, man. Riley Faith Marchant.
Congrats, Riley.
Congratulations. Grace Elizabeth Marsland.
Congrats, Grace.
Olivia Josephine Matthias.
Congrats, Olivia. I didn't know it was Josephine.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kobe David McCaleb. Caden Wayne McGilvery. Congratulations, Caden. Amber Nicole McMahon. Congratulations, graduates. Group 11. Group 11, please come forward.
You're on. Go away. Is he getting in your way, Connie? No. You let me know if you need it. You want one? I got a full one. I haven't touched it yet. I might just have to keep this one for a long time. I'll never mimic that in graduation.
Let's hope not.
What, are you saying it was too long?
No, I'm saying, let's
Oh.
hope that we don't find
Did you
ourselves
say
in this
it was
situation
that
next
bad?
year.
That's great.
You better sharpen that one up, Matuska.
That luncheon was awesome.
Yeah. That was.
Cassandra Catherine McNeil. Sophia Susan Esperanza Merrick.
That's Sophia.
Jason Timothy Mendenhall. Didn't know if you were ready. Zachary James Meyer. Lydia Ann Minderman. Genevieve Marie Montour. Autumn Lynn Morris. Ayla Nicole Monthey. Logan Michael Murphy. Carter Anthony Nelson. Great job. Congratulations, grads of Group 11. Group 12. Please make your way forward to the stairs, Group 12. Matthew Timothy O'Brien. Yep. Congratulations, Matthew. Taryn Elizabeth Orser.
Just in time.
I'm sorry about that.
You did great.
Congratulations. Colton Winslow Oscard. Tanner Timothy Paulson.
Hi, Jack.
Congratulations. Thank you. Emily Nicole Pete. Isaiah Lee Pike. Anthony Michael Porish. Mackenzie Sue Rasmussen. Haley Jade Ray. Gretchen Elizabeth Resch.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
As Group 13 makes their way forward, please congratulate the grads of Group 12.
Oh, I know it. She said I was parked as far away as I could. Keanu found it. He had his fast. That's kind of son trying to get back to his car. So it was a little bit of struggle. Well, you just honestly made my day with this. Because I got done with that and I said, I don't ever want to have to do this again in my life.
Talking to the screen and doing something else.
It was unbelievably hard. Run the yard.
Andrea Marie Carol Richard.
Oh, you're doing great.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm seeing.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Trenton Lee Rockfam. Tyler Joe Rodens. Brian Rodriguez.
All right.
Congratulations,
You
Brian.
got it.
Carlos Simeon Rufo.
Carlos. Congratulations, bud.
Congratulations.
America del Sol Salazar Felix.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Jaron Jake Sandino.
Congratulations.
Megan Ethel Schmidt.
Congratulations.
Kayla Ann Schubert.
Congratulations.
Malia Ray Schubert.
Congratulations.
How about a round of congratulations for the grads of that group? Group number 14, please make your way forward. Group 14.
Oh, there was this one. That was weird stuff. It's for people that, something about Slim Doug and wearing his glasses. There's nothing related to me with kids, but it's just somebody that comes around the town. All right. See how far that sun moves since we got here?
I noticed the podium got a little darker.
I could have used that. It was shiny when I was.
Nicole Olivia Scott.
Congratulations.
Melissa Jean Seljan. Logan James Slavin. Anna Corinne Smith. Congratulations. Annabelle Marie Smith. Cade Joseph Sprider. Reed Howard Sprider. Bradley Reed Sewer. Kaylee Melissa Swartz. Emily Nicole Terry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates of Group 14. Group 15. Group 15, make your way forward, please.
How many groups are there?
2 more.
Thank goodness we're not graduating 2000 today.
Can you imagine?
I don't know, looks maybe a little different. Emily Terry always have blonde hair. Okay, just making sure. I did a double take as she came across.
It's really blonde right now.
Yeah.
Carter David Thaldorf.
Hey, Carter.
Jacob Harlan Teasy.
Hey, Jacob.
Caleb Roger Teasy. Olivia Renee Thoen.
Good, Olivia.
Emily Marlene Trinan. Isaac Michael Trinan. Catherine Lee Treehee. Claire Alexandra Turner. Congratulations. Robert Lance Turner. Julia Mary Twaddle. Congratulations. Regina Valenzuela Sarmiento. Please congratulate those graduates. And today's final group, 16. The final group, please come forward.
They're starting to get a little antsy.
Yeah.
Just a smidgen.
This time, I'd like to invite somebody else forward for the final speech. You got 11 diplomas there, Mark? I can run out. We put extras.
Save for next year.
I could use one. I never got one.
Technically, I don't know if it's right. I'll look back and count the credits. You wanted me out of it, right?
Daniela Villagrana. Way to go. Ashton Sean Voss. Congratulations. Alexis Louise White.
Right down the stairs.
Congratulations. Peyton John Wilkie. Congratulations. Tyler Dale Wolfile. Peyton Jade Wolf. Timothy James Wolf. Congratulations. McAllister William Wood. Congratulations. Grace Audrey Warden.
Big crowd for Grace.
Aubrey Elizabeth Z.
Early Aubrey.
Good to see you.
You too. Elijah Keaton Zwiefel.
Yeah, Elijah. Proud of you.
Hey, way to go.
Nice job, Carson. Nice job. Nice job. You've done good. And even then, you don't have to say it, just thank you. Oh, you do? Another great job, man. Oh, thanks.
Congratulate the final group of graduates, please. While that group is making their way back to their vehicles, I'll close with some reminders about the Comet Graduate Driving Parade. Row C will follow Officer Kazel. Then it comes forward towards me to D, E, the angled parking here. Then back to row B, and the back row goes last. Following our final congratulations in just a moment, Mr. Bolt and the senior members of the band have arranged for one virtual rendition of the Comet fight song, so stay tuned for that. Following the fight song, process to the parade. Class of 2020, you are now recipients of a Casson Manorville diploma. May you go out and do good work in this world. You are well prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you for the final time the Casson Manorville High School class of 2020.
My name is Smith. Please play.
Enjoy the parade, drive safe. Thank you for coming. Congratulations, graduates.